Hey everybody, Kat here. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. It is July 1st. You know what that is? Princess Diana's birthday. That's right. She would have been 64 years old today. And even almost 30 years on, a lot of people are still lamenting her loss and playing the what if game. What if Diana was still around? William and Harry would never have had the falling out. If Diana was here, Harry would have never married Meghan. If Diana was here, that's a dangerous game. The what if game is a dangerous game to play. You know? And it all becomes very unsettling when you put some thought to it. And, you know, I'm going to show you why. Now, let's just right off the top, let's go there. Let's look at the Dodi question. Now, I don't believe Diana would have married Dodi. That affair was intentionally played out in the press for the express purpose of making her former lover, Hasnat Khan, jealous. That's all it was. That's a fact. I believe she would have been pressured and probably an ugly breakup. There's rumor, that Dodi had a ring for her. Was it going to be an engagement ring? How fast was this going to go? We know that Mohammed Al Fayed would have pushed for this kind of thing even after the fact. He said they were going to be married and, so she would have had some pressure, and I think it would have had to have been a really ugly breakup. Now we can, we're playing what if. So what if she actually stayed with Dodi? Think of the implications of that. We know, had they married, we know Diana had wanted another child. She had really wanted a daughter. Can you imagine? Muslim half-siblings to a future king? A future king that will be the head of the Christian Church of England. Look at what immigration has done to Britain now. That would have been awkward. And as for Diana, would she discover Dodi's coke habit? Would she discover all the harassment we know about coming from Mohammed Al Fayed and Harrods? So, had either one of those two circumstances arisen, either a breakup or a marriage, would have been bad for Diana, would have been bad for her. And so just take him out of the picture completely. What else? Well, even though we don't like to admit it, guys, at the time of her death, Diana was spiraling. She was trying to put it back together. She was trying to make some sense out of her life. But her 2-year affair with Hasnat Khan had fallen apart. He did not want it to go public. He didn't want to be Mr. Princess Diana. Her behavior was becoming erratic. Her appearances with her charities. In fact, this is, just an ugly fact. Matter of fact, one of the executives of the Red Cross, after her death, a few years after her death, in an interview was talking about, at the time, they were actually considering cutting ties with her, cutting her patronage, because her behavior had become kind of off the wall and demanding and strange and not the way it was in the beginning. And something like that for Diana at the time loss of the love of her life. Any more loss of status would have hurt her profoundly. Can you imagine if her patronages started pulling away? Her public work going into shambles? You know, so what if? What if? I don't think things would get any easier for her. I really don't. And I mean, it sounds awful to say, but maybe it's better not to say what if. And instead, thanks that she lived at all. I mean, for her 18 years in the royal family, she accomplished a lot. So I think, almost 30 years on, we can leave her accomplishments where they stand as having a profound impact on not only the royal family, but the world. And I think we should stop playing the what if game. I do. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. And if you're here in Canada, have a great Canada Day, everybody. Bye for now.